It started with a thought, nothing serious, just a random idea that crossed his mind one evening. He brushed it off and went back to normal life. But something about that thought felt different. But the idea kept coming back. In the shower, on the commute, before bed. No matter how hard he tried to ignore it, it refused to leave him alone. So he did what most people do. He procrastinated. Tomorrow, he told himself. Next week. When the time is right. Months passed, and nothing happened. But the idea was still there, louder than ever. Eventually, something inside him shifted. He couldn't keep ignoring it. So he started, quietly, after work hours, with no plan and no experience. Just curiosity and a laptop. For the first time, the idea was real. And before he knew it, it consumed him completely. He was thinking about it at work, dreaming about it at night, sketching ideas on random pieces of paper. The idea had grown too big to ignore. Then came the moment he had been avoiding. He couldn't do both anymore. The internal battle was brutal. Pros and cons lists at 2 a.m. Weeks of not sleeping properly. The fear was real, but something deeper was louder. He talked to someone close, someone who looked him in the eyes and asked, "Are you sure about this?" He didn't have a perfect answer, but he knew he had to try. After weeks of overthinking, he made the call. He quit. He went all in. Friends thought he'd lost it, family worried, but walking out of that office, he felt alive for the first time in years. The first few weeks felt like a dream. No boss, no commute, no alarm clock. Just him and his idea, an unlimited possibility. He woke up excited every single morning. For a brief moment, it felt like the best decision he ever made. Then came the first sign that this might actually work. Someone tried the product. Someone left a positive comment. It was small, tiny even. But to him, it felt like proof. Proof that the idea was real. That small win gave him wings. Except the breakthrough never came. The product was harder to build than expected. The small wins stopped. Nobody was signing up. The money was running out. Every single day felt like pushing a boulder uphill. Then rock bottom arrived. Not slowly, all at once. Something broke, and it brought him to his knees. He sat on the floor of his bedroom at midnight staring at nothing. This was the lowest he had ever felt in his life. He thought about going back. The stable salary, the routine, the security. But then he thought about everything he sacrificed to get here. The sleepless nights, the relationships neglected, the comfort he walked away from. Surely it hadn't all been for nothing. So he made himself a deal, a deadline, a final push. If no meaningful progress by that date, he would walk away. No guilt, no shame. He threw everything he had left into this last attempt, more focused than he had ever been. The deadline came. Nothing had changed. With a heavy heart, he shut it all down, deleted the app, closed the laptop for the last time, archived every file. Each small action felt like a funeral for the dream he gave everything to. Going back was harder than he expected. Same desk, same colleagues, same routine. Nobody knew what he had been through. He smiled when people asked how he was, but inside he carried a quiet shame he couldn't explain to anyone. Life slowly went back to normal. The 9 to 5, the commute, the salary at the end of the month. From the outside, everything looked fine, but inside something was still missing. A part of him was still back there, building something that was completely his. Then one day, completely out of nowhere, his phone rang, an unknown number. He almost didn't answer, but he did, and what he heard on the other end stopped him dead in his tracks. Someone found the product. Someone had been using it. Someone wanted to invest. He stood there in silence for a long time, thinking about every sleepless night, every moment of doubt, every time he almost gave up. What he had abandoned had been quietly growing without him. The story wasn't over. It was just getting started. Most people quit right before the breakthrough. He almost did too. The difference between those who make it and those who don't isn't talent. It isn't timing. It's the ones who stayed one day longer than they wanted to quit. Your idea might be sitting in a folder right now, collecting dust, waiting. Don't let it wait too long.